Hello and welcome. Today we're standing on the digital banks of the Nile to explore a civilization that, even thousands of years later, continues to baffle and inspire us. We're counting down 20 fascinating innovations from ancient Egypt. Now, it's easy to think of ancient history as, well, ancient, primitive, simple, a world away from our own. But the Egyptians were anything but simple. Their society was a hotbed of ingenuity, a place where science, art, and daily life merged to create technologies and ideas that were centuries, sometimes millennia, ahead of their time. They weren't just building pyramids, they were building the very foundations of modern life. What's truly remarkable is how many of these ancient inventions and customs have echoed through history to touch our lives today. From the way we tell time to how we care for our teeth, the legacy of the pharaohs is surprisingly persistent. We'll be looking at everything from monumental engineering feats to the surprisingly personal details of their daily routines. These aren't just dusty facts from a history book. They are stories of human creativity and problem-solving at a scale that is difficult to comprehend. So prepare to have your perception of the ancient world completely reshaped. This journey will take us through their medicine, their military tactics, their bureaucracy, and even their leisure time. Each of the 20 points we'll cover is a piece of a much larger puzzle, revealing a culture of incredible depth and sophistication, and a relentless drive to understand and shape the world around them. The story of ancient Egypt is the story of a people who looked at the sun, the river, and the human body and saw not just mystery, but opportunity. Let's begin. Over 5,000 years ago, Egyptians created the world's first toothpaste by mixing rock salt, pepper, mint, and dried iris flowers into a surprisingly effective, if abrasive, cleaning powder. To manage their agriculture, Egyptians invented the Nilometer, a structure with marked intervals used to measure the Nile's water levels and predict the crucial annual flood, ensuring their harvests. Both men and women in ancient Egypt used kohl eyeliner. It wasn't just for beauty. The dark paste was believed to deflect the sun's harsh glare and ward off infections. Cats were considered sacred animals, associated with the goddess Bastet. Harming one, even accidentally, was a capital crime, punishable by death, which really shows just how revered they were in society. The Egyptians devised the first known 365-day solar calendar. By observing the star Sirius, they accurately divided the year into 3 seasons, each with 4 30-day months. Papyrus scrolls reveal their knowledge of surgery, using anesthesia from plants. They crafted functional prosthetics like a wooden toe and documented hundreds of medical prescriptions for various ailments. Long before handwritten signatures, officials used personal seals, often carved into rings or cylinders. They would press these into wet clay or wax to authorize documents and mark property. By harvesting and processing the papyrus plant from the Nile Delta, Egyptians created the world's first paper-like material, revolutionizing record-keeping, literature, and administrative communication for millennia. While they housed the pharaoh's remains, pyramids were complex religious centers. Their corridors and chambers were covered in texts guiding the king's soul through the afterlife trials. So, get this. A 1,600-year-old knitted sock, designed with a split toe so it could be worn with sandals, was actually discovered along the Nile. It's honestly one of the earliest surviving examples of knitting, which is pretty amazing if you think about it. Beer, believe it or not, wasn't just a drink for the ancient Egyptians. It was a dietary staple and even served as a form of payment for pyramid builders. They developed some impressive brewing techniques, creating a thick, nutritious beverage from barley that really sustained people. After encountering chariots through invaders, the Egyptians didn't just adopt them. They perfected the lightweight, 2-person chariot. This innovation quickly became the backbone of their army, giving them unmatched speed and a serious tactical advantage in battle. The Library of Alexandria was an unparalleled center of knowledge in the ancient world. It aimed to collect all the world's scrolls, making it the first comprehensive universal library. Egyptians were master perfumers, creating complex scents like kaifi from dozens of ingredients. Perfumes were central to religious rituals, personal beautification, and even had medicinal applications. For entertainment and mental exercise, Egyptians played board games like Senet. This game of passing was popular for over 2,000 years and symbolized the journey to the afterlife. While sun-dried mud bricks were common, Egyptians also developed fired bricks. The kilning process made them far more durable and water-resistant, allowing for longer-lasting, grander structures. The construction of the pyramids required incredible precision. They used advanced principles of geometry and mathematics to align the structures to true north with an accuracy we'd struggle with today. Egyptian medicine was highly advanced for its time, featuring the first known medical specialists. There were doctors who focused specifically on dentistry, ophthalmology, internal medicine, and even proctology. For Egyptians, science and magic were intertwined. Spells, amulets, and incantations were essential for protection and healing, while astrology helped interpret the will of the gods through celestial events. Egyptians were masters of producing high-quality linen from flax. Their textiles were so fine and lightweight they were prized throughout the ancient world, a tradition of quality lasting millennia. So there you have it, 20 glimpses into a civilization defined by innovation, beauty, and breathtaking precision. From the monumental to the mundane, ancient Egypt was a place where the human mind was constantly at work, solving problems and creating systems that would stand the test of time. They didn't just build for their own era, they built for eternity. Their understanding of medicine, engineering, administration, and even personal care demonstrates a level of sophistication that continues to command our respect and curiosity. It's a world that feels both incredibly distant and surprisingly familiar. Their legacy is not confined to museum exhibits or the pages of history books. It's woven into the fabric of our own world. The 365-day calendar on your wall, the very idea of a signature, the specialist doctor you visit, these concepts have roots that stretch back thousands of years to the banks of the Nile. The story of ancient Egypt is a powerful reminder that the foundations of our modern world were laid long, long ago by people whose ingenuity and vision still shine brightly today, like the capstone of a great pyramid catching the first light of dawn. Thank you for joining me on this journey through time. If you found these facts as fascinating as I do, please consider giving this video a like, subscribing for more deep dives into history, and sharing it with someone who might appreciate the incredible legacy of the ancient world. Until next time, stay curious.